Hey crafty friends, it's Hannah the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana, and I am going to take you through a little demo on using the Spellbinders Glimmer machine. And I must say that this is probably my most requested technique video lately. So hopefully this turns out well, gives you guys a little bit of an idea. And then one day I'll try and pop on the regular store Facebook page and do this live as well too. That way I can take lots of questions, things like that. But at the moment I am traveling and just trying to catch up on some requested videos and thought, well, now would be a great time to do that. So what I've got going on over here to the side, I have my Glimmer machine plugged in, and here's your power button. And then after that, I was waiting for it to say, this next one says platform ready. And then I've got then next I put my solid plate on there. It's one of my Glimmer plates. And then I push the timer, and the timer will blink until it's heated up. And sometimes I will just kind of put my solid plates on there and let them heat up a little bit longer than a regular one because it is solid. I feel like it just needs to heat up a little bit longer to really get a good foil for you. All right, so also with your Glimmer machine, whenever you get it, you're going to get two different plates. Okay, you got a thin shim and a spacer plate. I run them through with both of them. And the biggest trick that whenever you now take this and run it through your die cutting machine is you want to go nice and slow. Okay, we're used to, doing dies, we're going fast, trying to, get the job done, but you want to go nice and slow when you're using your Glimmer machine. All right, so I've got my Glimmer machine here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get out my paper. The paper that I'm using today, grab my, here's my foil right in front of me. And the paper that I'm using today actually is Glimmer specific paper from Spellbinders. I don't use this all the time or for everything that I glimmer, but anytime I'm glimmering something that is big and solid, I do like to use theirs. I'm going to show you an example of why. Maybe if I can find it, as every crafter. Oh, here it is off to the side. So I did it with regular paper first, and I also ran it through really quickly. It did not work out very well. So then I refoiled the other side, let it sit on there, got nice and hot again, and then I ran it through my machine much slower, and actually then I ran it back through and back through again. So what you need when you are glimmering, you need not only heat, but pressure. That's why you want to go nice and slow. So I ran it through, like I said, I let it heat up for quite a while, and then I ran it through my platinum machine, but you can use your big shot as well. And I ran it through one way, then I brought it back again. So, cranked it the other way, and then ran it through again. So I did like almost basically 3 passes. And I've got just a couple areas that have some imperfections, okay? So now we're gonna try the exact same thing, but we are gonna use the Spellbinder paper. I'm going to cut a little piece off here. Now I know it's gonna feel a little like you're doing it wrong, but whenever you now they do make a nice little cutting pad for this foil because it is kind of delicate and it's a little harder to cut with your scissors. But again, I can only put so many things into my suitcase that Southwest would let me take for free. So you want the pretty side down. And as we talk about that, let me explain why. I know it seems opposite, but this side, my friends, is the glue side. Okay, so if you use like heat transfer material with your silhouette or your Cricut and you make t-shirts, this is going to make sense to you then. So I want my good side down because this not pretty side is the glue. So you want the glue, of course, to be next to your paper. So now I'm going to put my, put that right on there like that. I'm going to put my shims on top, and I'm going to turn around and grab my platinum machine, which just happens to be sitting right here waiting for me. I turn it this way though so I can crank it through. Okay, like so. All right, and then I'm going to take this out. There we go. Pop it out. And now I'm going to run it nice and slow. And I've got all kinds of shifting going on. That's not what we want. Okay. Nice and slow through the machine. And for good measure, let's just come back. All right, I'm going to redock this so I can start heating up for my next pass that I want to do through. Take my tops off. Okay, here's what we got there. Now, I want to get my next one heating up. So I'm going to take this off. It comes with a nice little silicone mat that I've got it above screen here, but you can't see. And it comes with a little magnetic tool that whenever let me just do this here so you can actually see though. So I'm going to put it here and then it has a little release. So then that way I can release it down onto the mat to cool. That way you don't burn yourself, you don't scorch anything in your area. And of course, again, in true Hannah fashion, I have misplaced I didn't misplace it. I just didn't get it out for my next thing. Okay. So now I'm going to put this on to get ready for the next thing that I may want to foil. Okay. So then that way you can just get it started. You can push the timer. See how my timer is blinking? And then that way, whenever you're ready for your next step, you know that it has heated up long enough. Then I'm going to peel this down. Look at that. Now, I do have some overfoiling here. I usually cut bigger than what I need, so that does not bother me at all. Now, with this though here, you can take your sand eraser and then you can actually sand that right off. You can also take a regular eraser. Sometimes that will work too, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's see here. I do have a little white eraser that I packed. Let's see if that will work. Yep, it's taking some of it off. But a sand eraser does it beautifully. I just did not pack a sand eraser for my travels. All right, so look at this one compared to that one. So I think it does do a better job with that specialty paper for sure. But this is the part that I actually wanted. So we've got this here. Now I'm going to do what's called a double foil. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab a different color of foil. Kind of close, but we're going to see how it turns out. And do a different color. You don't need a huge piece. Okay. And I'm going to put this down. Okay. I'm going to put that again. Pretty side down. Right there. And then I'm going to foil. Again, this is my yuck side. But don't be alarmed because I've foiled here, so some of it may transfer over to my mat. I'm not really too worried about that. Space was very limited, as I said, in my crafting stuff. So I was not able to, I just didn't pack a whole lot of paper. And the air is going really nice in the hotel room. So it's kind of blowing some stuff around here. There we go. All right. Then this on top. Bring my machine back up again. Take it out. Bring it over. Nice and slow, send it through. And go back. Okay. This out of the way. All right. Big reveal time. Now, I know what's going to happen, and please don't let it frighten you by any means. These are brand new mats. So because I was using a die bigger than my surface area, of course, it is going to glimmer onto this. But look, okay, oh, the reveal. So see, I was, so, because I knew you'd be nervous about that, but you can take some undo and get that off. I usually don't worry about it too much because my actual plates are, they're really pretty. They're very glimmered, but watch. Is that not beautiful with that pretty double foil? Now, we can even, you can now foil onto something else if you wanted this negative. If I would have done like the whole piece or something like that, we could even, now listen, it wouldn't work on that. But we can use this negative area as well whenever we foil something else. Really pretty. So, all right, everybody, I'm Hannah from the Doodlebug. Not only was this one pass through to show you how to glimmer, but then we did a double glimmer on there, and I could do another little piece and foil a little area there as well. But look how pretty that is. I will also, at the end, I will post a finished card, just kind of a picture of it, of where I use this on a completed card for you guys. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Again, I am Hannah from the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana, and this has just been a quick little tutorial on how to show you how to use your Spellbinders Glimmer machine. You can always post questions in the comments, and I will try and get to them as soon as possible. Thanks, everybody. You can always look us up online at www.thedoodlebuginc.com, and I will also post links to the products that I use in the descriptions.